Welcome to Crazy Shit in Real Estate, a weekly podcast where I walk you through some of the wildest, most unbelievable stories you'll hear from the world of real estate. If you like real estate and you love crazy, this is the podcast for you. Before we get any further into this episode, I've got some information to share.
Oh, it's true. Real estate is super competitive and harder than you expected. That's why I created Leigh Brown University. It's everything you need to take you from point A to point whatever your goal is. You could be new to the business or a seasoned vet. I'll help you break through to the next level so that your professional life can look exactly like you desire. Enroll in Leigh Brown University today. I'll help you get there.
I don't like talking about it, but a lot of people like to hear it, and because some people can relate to it. But the point where, I was, when I had started in real estate and things were going pretty well, and being ambitious and wanting to go bigger and bigger, I started taking on some bigger projects. One thing led to another, and I took on a historic luxury flip. Huge mistake.
Are we talking like 100-year-old house or a 150-year-old house? How historical are we talking, Dan?
It was built in 1852.
That's a different thing than a 1952, ain't it? Woo!
Yes. So this was truly one of a kind building, cobblestone. It was originally a schoolhouse, and then it was a Masonic temple for the Freemasons. And we converted it to a single family residence.
You fell in love with it, didn't you?
Oh man. It was amazing. Turned out beautiful. Put high end, top of the line finishes throughout. But even to start, it took 6 months of meetings with the town boards and to get everything approved. Like 350 pages of documents to support my proposal, months and months of work. So then, it was a one of a kind property. So it was sort of difficult to find out the comps and what it could be worth. Major overruns on time and cost, a $30,000 asbestos remediation bill here. Each window, because it was historic, had to be like the original. And so we had it was like 24 windows. We had to do real wood. We did mahogany, original glass. Each window cost $3,000 alone.
Did you say each window was $3,000?
Each window, 24 of them.
Holy crap. And so you're in New York. Did you have to do double panes? So you'd have some insulation, because an 1850 house wouldn't have insulation.
Right. So we had to put in so we had original, they had to be single pane. We had as close as we could match to the general style storm windows. But it was a big mess. All through that, we went so over on budget. There's just things we couldn't expect. When you run into a 160, 70-year-old building, you don't know what you're going to get. And
then at a certain point, you're like, 30 grand more, just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
You lose sight of
gosh,
the totals.
What a mess. So it just, that whole project took an entire year. During that time, I had started a construction company, and had a very skilled craftsman, sort of running the operations side, running the jobs and the crews. He turned out to not at all be who I thought he was. And so both of these were going on at the same time. The construction company being completely mismanaged. People were, there was major overturn, jobs were being underbid, and expenses were going through the roof. And so we ran out of money mid-build of someone's lake house. I had to lay off 7 guys. I had to surrender a bunch of our big machinery and equipment. There was all these pending lawsuits with the homeowner. And then the historic property at the same time was, a major stress. I had just been married earlier that year. Our daughter was still an infant. And, I was going to the doctor because of all the stress. I had developed an ulcer. So we listed it, and all these people said, "Oh, it's such a beautiful property. You're definitely going to sell it." The price expectations were all over the place. Like, some people thought it would be like 1.2 million. Some people thought like 600,000. It was like a crazy price range. And so it was like all these people were coming through interested, and no offers, price drop. At the end of all this, I ended up about $400,000 in debt.
Oh, you're enjoying this little clip? Well, the rest of the story is available on any of your podcast apps. Just go search for and subscribe to Crazy Shit in Real Estate with Leigh Brown.